Welcome to Worldwide Entertainment TV. I am your New York and Atlanta host, Miss Goldie, and that's Miss Goldie to you. Tonight we have the pleasure of having Mr. Omar Wilson join us today. Thank you for joining us, Omar.
Hey, pleasure's all mine, pretty lady. What's happening?
I am so ecstatic. I was excited about, you coming on the show and letting us get down to the business with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Worldwide Entertainment TV. Don't forget to subscribe and watch more videos right here.
No, hey, man, like I said, the pleasure's all mine. What is a song without people that want to listen to it? So thank you for the support, the love, and for being a part of my journey.
Thank you so much. You grew up in Norwalk, but we're only 30 minutes from New York City, the capital of culture. How did distance shape you? Close enough to feel the energy, but far enough to stay grounded in your own identity?
Man, well, shout out to New York, you know what I mean? From the Bronx to New Jersey, man, everywhere in between, Brooklyn, Queens, all that. If it Harlem. I really made my name, learned who I was as an artist. And my boot camp was New York City. I came up in the showcase market, like, you know what I mean? Like, I started out performing in Soul Cafe and
Oh, wow.
Nels and Nightingales and you know me back then.
Okay. Justin Adams used to sing at Soul Cafe a lot.
Yep. So that's where I really, got. I'm a three-time Apollo winner. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Apollo. So if it
Amazing.
wasn't for the streets of New York, man, it really helped me define who Omar Wilson is. So it's like I was born in Connecticut at like 17 and a half. I started moving around, and New
Mhm.
York is really where I made my name first.
I love that. People started noticing your gift at just 7 years old in Calvary Baptist Church. Do
Mm,
you remember the moment you realized your voice had a spiritual impact?
I do. I do. I started singing at 6. My mom put me in the choir because I had like ADHD. The doctors wanted to give me Ritalin, like they wanted to just, do away with me. And she didn't want to do that. So she took me to a different doctors to get opinions. And then like the last doctor was like, he just needs to focus. So she put me
Right.
in the choir. I was already loud, you know what I mean? So then at 7 years old, I ended up singing my first solo. And people started crying and
Wow.
and 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 praising and at that time I initially thought I did something wrong just seeing the reaction. But then
Right.
once my mother explained to me that, when God gives you something, it touches people, especially when it comes from a real original place. So that was the beginning uh, of the
I wish
journey.
I could I could imagine the moment as you're speaking about it, and I wish I could have witnessed that moment because I know what it's like, and when God gives you a gift, it
Yeah.
it has a target, it has a purpose, and it reaches its target, and that was a good move for your mom because it was all in God's design that you be placed in that choir. When
Yes,
you hear
ma'am.
when you hear the phrase "old soul," how much of that describes who you were even as a kid?
Everything. I mean, even as a kid coming up, always some of my cousins was older. I always hung around a lot of older people, and they will always say to me like, "Damn, young boy, I know so much." You know what I mean? But God rest his soul, my father, he was a grand master of just knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And knew about everything. So I guess it's in my blood, to access to just that old soul. But I've been hearing that since I was a kid. And even then with my voice, it's like I would be on the phone with girls back in the day, they'd be like, man, is this the father or the son? I'm like, no, man.
That
So
old
so so
soul.
yeah, man. And I think that old soul was just connected. It's connected to God. It's connected to an energy that is
Yeah,
forever.
forever. You cite Sam Cooke, Donny Hathaway, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Lauryn Hill, and Mary J., the blueprint of modern soul. Which influence shows up the most in your voice today and why?
I think the influences that show up the most are like the Eddie Leverts and the Teddy Pendergrasses and the David Ruffins because of the rustic, heavy value of my voice. But the emotion, the intent, the integrity, the purpose, the power is all of them. Like, that they say when you represent and when you pay homage to the legends, they allow you their power. And my classics album that I did is most of those people that you mentioned. It's reinvigorating a feeling that a new generation needs to feel. So I believe, yes, it'll be those individuals like Teddy and David, but I work hard to pay homage and encompass them all.
I love that. I love that. Your vocals have that gritty, emotional cry that can't be taught. Was that a natural gift or did you develop that texture over the years?
No, that texture developed itself over the years. It was. I mean, I always had that. If you know what I'm saying, I done my voice is what I done been through. You know what I mean? It's crazy 'cause I'm a Sagittarius, and I just saw a quote. They were talking about Sagittarius have a million stories, and I got a
Mm.
trillion. Because I've been living since I was 17. You know what I mean? Like I've probably lived more than most people have done, already, because
Right,
I always wanted to seek why God gave me this energy, this way of inspiring people. The reason why some people don't like me as soon as they meet me, some people love me as soon as they meet me. But
right.
now I know what it is. Back then, though, it was figuring it out, and hearing that voice in my head telling me to go on the journey. So, I
I
mean, I
love
guess
it.
that's what it's always been.
How do you blend the purity of gospel, the honesty of R&B, and the rawness of hip hop into one signature sound?
Man, well, at first, so let's see, I started singing in church from 6 to 14. And then at 15, I started running the streets. My cousins had a rap group called the Lost Souls. I was inspired by them, and all my peers rapped at that time. So that's what I started really embarking on. I became an accomplished rapper at that time, and then I was thrust back into singing to write hooks for the songs for the rap group. So I think the God aspect is always there because I never got into this to be a star. I got into this I had my first child when I was 17. So it was like,
Oh,
how can I use my voice to give, my daughter at that time the best unfair financial advantage possible. So I said, I'm gonna use my talent. I'm gonna go on this journey and do this. And then as I learned throughout my journey, my purpose, my power, and what I'm here to do. So I think it's all me. It's natural. It's not like trying to pull from one, the third, or other. They all come to into play because they all are who I am. You know what I mean? From the church to the streets to the businessman. It's all one person.
or one person rolled up into a lifetime of experiences. You've been
Lifetime.
performing in New York City and Connecticut clubs for over a decade. What did those years teach you about endurance, confidence, and survival in this business?
Man. Well, first, New York City, man. Shout out to New York, man. I mean, like they say, you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Because I
Right.
remember, like, when I first started performing in showcases, and I realized how intense the New York audience is. And if you do not acquire their attention, they ain't gonna give it to you. Even if you pop it, they still might, you know what I mean? Be like, yeah, you know what I mean? It has to be a relentless pursuit to
That's
really
the
get.
original Apollo crowd, New York City.
Man, come on, what? Come on. When you're going into an arena where they are asked to give their opinion, they ask, yo, hey, yo, you ain't got no problem do whatever you do. It's up to them to make sure that their talent is appeasing to the crowd. So, and shout out to the Apollo Theater, blessed to be a 3-time Apollo winner. You know what I mean? Still to this day, the most prestigious badge that I wear. And just at that time in the 2000s, shout out to all the showcase market, Maria Davis, all of the cats that were throwing shows back then. And
Right.
it was like a whole bunch of superheroes trying to get to the ultimate point of their power at one time and be on the stages and having A&Rs there and just being scared to go on and
Right.
all that energy, man, over these years. That's what turned me into who I am. And continuing to go back. There's times where I would do a show, I would sing flat, sing sharp, drop the mic. You know, I was trying to figure it out. That's how I learned. I learned by making mistakes. But I would be back next week. I'll be back the
Right.
week after. And I went from being the number 32 on the roster to going number one and number 1 or 2. So yeah, it was definitely, if I had to do it all over again, I would definitely do it the same exact way to become who I am today.
Can you share a moment from the New York City club scene where you felt, yeah, I could stand toe to toe with anybody in this industry?
Man, let me see. It's been a bunch. It's been a bunch of times. I've always believed I was great. So, you know what I mean? It's just like, I guess prior to this, they were like, yo, he's arrogant. He's who you think he is. Nah, God rest their soul, my mother and my father. They always raised me with greatness. Like, as
Yeah.
long as I can remember, my birthday cake said King Omar Wilson on it. You know what I mean? So it was always a prestigious and a royalty-based way of seeing yourself.
Yeah.
Humility to the fullest. But of course, man, I'm here to be great, man. That's what God put me here to be, great. So
I
I
love
think
it.
I think it always the Apollo,
Mhm.
because I'll never forget sitting on the side of the stage and Miss Kathy. Miss Kathy was, the person that just made sure that everything was right, gave you the whole experience of the Apollo. Rachel the
Mhm.
crew was playing, and I ended up winning that night. And
Mhm.
I was nervous because I didn't fully know the song. It was a song for you by Donny Hathaway. And that was the turning point. Like, yo, man, if the Apollo crowd and
Right.
Lauren Hill booed off this stage, Michael Jackson was here. Everybody touched that stump. So,
Right.
like, okay, I can do this.
What's the biggest difference between a New York City crowd and a Connecticut crowd?
uh, Experience. A New York City crowd, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, Jersey, anybody gonna come through. Everybody could have been there. I done been in shows. I remember we was doing that. What was it? The M5 Lounge. This is back
And
like when,
the
yeah, when Nicki Minaj, I done me and Nicki Minaj doing shows, me and Crisette Michelle doing shows. Like it was like everybody was there. Busta Rhymes would come through. This one would be there. That's what I loved about New York. You never know who will pop up in the smallest spot. You know what I mean? So I think it was that. It was the access. You have the access to the
right.
highest level of individual in New York. And I believe, even though it's hustle and bustle, it's everybody's out to be the best. There's so many that have achieved that status that it's a different
Mhm.
level of competition. In Connecticut, ain't too many stars, so everybody think they the best or want to be the first. I could care less about that. I'm here to get this money.
You've opened up for artists like Boys to Men and the Neville Brothers, giants in harmony and soul. What was
Yes.
the biggest lesson you learned from watching them perform?
Uh, that the same feelings that I had, the nervousness, you know what I mean, the anxiety, they still have it. And to keep it, it's a part of what makes you great. It's a part of what keeps you unique. So that when every crowd receives you, they receive you like it's the first time you're doing it. It's always fresh and real. It's never like, all right, man, about to get off stage and just do this. Nah, every time it's like, oh, here we go. You know what I mean? So I think that was one of the best lessons, that it never gets boring. It's always inspiring.
I love that. Did any backstage moment with the legend shift your mindset about your music or your career?
Mm. When Aaron Neville, when I came off stage and Aaron Neville shook my hand, and I don't know if you ever met this brother, but he's a massive brother. And he was like, sound like Sam Cooke was up there. I was like, man, nah, stop playing, man. Who slipped your little hundo? You know, man, make me feel good coming off stage, man. Stop playing. You say that for real.
That's amazing.
Aaron Neville said I sound like Sam Cooke? Man, come on, man.
I
Stop
would
playing,
got him
man.
to say that again on video.
Yo, I was so stunned. I just took it like,
Yeah, I gotta run this one.
okay. But so yeah, that's what. Yeah, yes, that would be a pivotal moment in my career.
And that definitely is a great honor to hear that from someone like one of the Neville brothers. Your
Oh, man.
music bridges hip hop and soul, which is rare and not easy to do authentically. How do you merge street storytelling with classic soul sensibility?
Man, well, that's always been my objective, to sing about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, that's what I've been through. And the worst, the ugliest. Like, that's, there was times where I wouldn't sing love songs. I wouldn't even sing. I wasn't writing anything that had to do with like making a woman smile. I was like the Tupac of R&B at that time. It was like, I'm going to sing about what's going on from the hood to the good, because in the hood, there's things going on, but there also might be the little girl that daddy's worth 300 million. She got a American Express black card, all that, but no love. So like, just those types of subject matter, from first person to my perspective. And then as I grew and understood what I needed to bring across with my voice, especially with this classics album that I did, it was very educational for me. And then it was like, wait a minute, some of the toughest brothers on the planet, sung about love. And
Right.
without love, there's no life. And you need to sing it like it's almost like you're going to war. That's what even gives it that much more integrity. Like, damn, he looked like he looked like he's about to go to battle, but it's really all about that love. So that's when, I had the epiphany of how important it is, and I am where I am now and where I'm going.
Okay. You often sing about real situations, upbringing, lessons, pain, and triumph, as you said. What's the most personal story you've ever put into a song?
What's the most personal story that I ever put into a song? It hasn't come out yet, but I wrote a song about why I left the day after my daughter's first birthday to move at that time to North Carolina first to start doing music. The song's called "He Knows," basically like God knows, because it was God that really told me, yo, make a move. And at that time, there was a lot going on in my life. The streets was crazy. All my friends was getting locked up. It was worse than that. And there was a time where I just had to make a move. And I was like, damn, I just had a child. I love her. I don't want to leave. But if I didn't, I wouldn't have became who I am now. So
Right.
I feel like that would be one of many, but that's probably one of the deepest songs I've written. And it will hopefully come out this year.
All right. I'm looking forward to that. Is there a particular moment from your childhood or early adulthood that shaped your songwriting forever?
Uh, my mother, man, my mother, just her belief, her, it's like she knew that I could achieve what I have right now, even then. So I think, yeah, man, it was, and not want to disappoint her, because you could see it in her eyes how much she believed that I would be there. Yeah.
Mm. You're known for explosive stage energy, gritty vocals with church passion. What goes through your mind in the first 10 seconds before you hit a stage?
Man, making sure that people received me correctly, making sure they feel the same way I feel. times a billion, making sure there is no doubt, because first impression is last an impression. It's almost like a fight. That first punch, either gonna let the person know, man, oh nah, I definitely got this fight, or I might need to quit this right now. I've always, you got that first 3, 4, 5 seconds to really let people know that you have something special. So I think what goes to
Yeah,
my mind is just making sure the crowd is pleased.
them first seconds are very important. It can make you or break you. And being a 3-time Apollo winner, I'm pretty sure those first 10 seconds was
Yeah. Okay. So boom, back to New York. So I would do my little two song set, whatever. I go back, yeah, my name is Omar Wilson, and I would make the mistake of being like, I'm from Connecticut, all right there, but like, my brother, you gonna say it?
that
I
was
mean,
your
you know
first
we're
10
you
seconds.
know we're in Brooklyn right now, right? You know what I'm saying? But all right, okay, all right, y'all. I salute you for saying it. So then I would go into my songs. Sometimes I would get received correctly. Sometimes it would be a person at the stage with their back turned, talking to somebody. So then I realized you got I got to catch them in the first couple seconds. How I'm gonna do that? So I started singing little 8 bars of Sam Cooke's "Change Gonna Come" or James Brown, "It's a Man's World." So I would hit that for the first couple bars, and people would be like, okay, homeboy. And every single time that, like, okay, if this brother could sing that, no mic, all right, I'll listen.
Show us right now.
This is a man's world. This is a man's world. But it wouldn't be nothing, nothing without a woman or girl.
All right, you won the Apollo again.
Thank you, thank you.
Now you can
Make sure our
tell me.
brothers stop. It makes our brothers stop.
Oh, that was amazing. What rituals, spiritual or vocal, prepare you to deliver a soul performance night after night?
Just prayer, man. Prayer. I work out a lot. You know what I mean? That keeps my foolishness at bay. You know what I'm saying? Like I still, to this day, after ADHD, it's crazy. Shout out to my label, BSC Recordings, my big homie Lou Humphreys. We had to go to an event on Saturday night. He was like, "Yo, you're the only brother I know that never gets tired. Like, do you ever just stay still? Like, what you talking about, man?" He's
Yeah,
like, man, I
you,
get tired just watching you sometimes. Like,
yeah. You have a gift most singers don't, the ability to preach through melody. Do you see your voice as a spiritual assignment as much as a musical one?
definitely, 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 definitely. This has been a spiritual assignment that God has given to me to make sure that when I sing, whether it's the national anthem or a love song, you sing it with so much intent that it could heal a heart. It could help the broken.
Yes.
It can allow someone to believe that hasn't. Keep someone believing that's about to give up, or make the hardest person on the planet feel again. So yes, yeah, of course, I love singing to women and making them smile and making their day a little brighter. But at the end of the day, it's about saving lives, and that's why God gave me not only the voice, but like the volcanic power to sing with it and make sure that people leave with a little light in their life.
Growing up in an urban environment shaped your perspective. How do you use music to speak to young people facing the same challenges you survived?
Because there's more people going through it than there's more people chilling and having a great time. So when they hear the pain, when they hear the pain in my voice, they know like, all right, man, you ain't just singing to get some followers. This is something going on. And then when I do start telling my story, they realize I'm singing to save my life and a whole bunch of other lives. This is not just for the gram. Trust and believe it. I make it look sexy and fun, but This
Hey,
is
you
survival
mean,
at
right?
its highest.
What message do you hope your songs give to people who feel unheard or unseen?
uh, Never, ever, ever give up. I can truly say, I think the music industry has been trying to hide me for a long time. So I know how it feels to be hidden and put in the back and told, not that one. And you name it, it's happened to me. Backstab,
Right.
front stab, you just got to keep moving. I am the personification of never giving up. Keep God first, have that self love, and keep just pushing it through unbelievable odds. And you will get there. Trust and believe.
How has your artistry evolved from the early club days to where you stand now?
I'm a professional now.
Mm.
Like I'm not an amateur anymore. This is pro time. This isn't even college ball. This pro ball right now. So that's what it is now. It's just like, yo, okay, well, drop that right there. I'll sing on a dime. We can go right now. I'll do an hour and a half concert right now. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's like a Navy SEAL or a Green Beret Special Ops. At any given time, I'm ready to go. But you have to fight the way you train. You know what I mean? I've been training to be a pro my whole life.
I loved it. What's the biggest misconception people have about Omar Wilson?
That I'm a scary guy and I guess or arrogant and self-centered. And really it's not me, it's God's blessing. He told me I could be great. And he said if you go on this journey, you will be. Now I am. So I'm not lying. I'm not like expounding. I'm not extralizing. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to come to a place in your life where you know when someone doesn't like me, like as soon as they meet me, I know it's them. It's not me. It might have been me over the years because I done been through whatever. But nah, now I know that I'm firmly on my 10 toes. I stay. When people receive me in a good way, it's because they feel my vibration. When people receive me and it agitates them, it's because of my vibration, not my fault.
What do you want the world to finally understand about your voice, your story, and your mission?
That I did this for family, not for fame. Once I knew the game, then I'm like, okay, I need this. This is a prerequisite to get what I want. But I
Mhm.
think what differentiates me from all other stars is I never wanted to be no star. Always felt like a star. $2 in my pocket, walking.
Right,
So all of this doesn't make me a star. It's just like they say, money doesn't make you. It just personifies who you really are. So this $2 billion, we can have the same conversation. And I
right.
want the $2 billion too.
Let's go get it.
Speaking into existence, they say.
That's right. If you could collaborate with any artist, past or present, who would you choose and why?
Tupac Shakur.
Why?
Tupac Shakur. One, because when I was in a rap group was called Lost Souls. We rapped about the same thing Pac rapped about. Good, bad, ugly, life, love, hate, war, peace. So, and I feel like I'm a part of what's carrying on that energy, that's vibe. And it would have been an honor to uh, be on a record with your brother, chop it up, and just A alike, be alike, and see alike. I know it would have been a phenomenal conversation. And it's crazy because my eldest son and Tupac have the same birthday. So
Okay.
maybe that just puts it in a vibration. But yeah, Pac, definitely Pac.
Yeah, we big Tupac fans and supporters at Worldwide Entertainment TV. Was the official media sponsor of the former Tupac Shakur Art Center, and
Wow.
it was an amazing journey to travel down that story and the timeline and the lifeline we met so many people that worked with him. It was an amazing journey just to collect the stories.
Collect the story.
Yeah. Is there a producer today whose sound you want to blend with your raw soul tone?
Dre,
Dr.
stop playing. Stop playing. Now let's go get it, man. Let's go get it.
That would be
So,
interesting, your sound with Dr. Dre. I mean, I don't recall hearing Dr. Dre produce your type of artist.
well, remember, um, Nate Dogg, man. He did, you know what I mean? He did a lot of Nate Dogg stuff. And I love West Coast music. So, and the vibe is soul. It's just, it's just a different way of approaching it. But yeah, definitely. I know Dre he is West Coast soul music. It's just the way he spun it. So I think we will come up with some masterpieces.
Okay. TikTok and IG have created space for soul singers to go viral now. If one of your songs went viral tomorrow, which one would it be and why?
A Man's World, it already has gone viral on TikTok. I mean, I believe it's because it's one of those songs that was deemed untouchable from singing it to the emotion it gives off. So yeah, definitely James Brown's A Man's World.
So basically it's like, is that like your plateau? Is that song, or do you feel like you're gonna bring something else that can match that?
Oh, definitely. Never ever trying to supersede a legend, but I mean, they compare me to the one of my favorite rappers. What did he say? He said, "I'm apparently a threat because they compare me to the best." You know what I mean? So to become great, you must surround yourself with greatness. You must reach for greatness, but you also have to learn. That's why I respect Kobe Bryant so much because he knew Jordan was the god, so he learned everything from him to
Right.
become himself, and then he expounded on it and made it his own. So, yes, I look forward to this is the beginning. This is definitely not the horizon. This is just scratching the potential of the potential that God gave me, and
That's
I
what I
can't
was
wait to see
hoping to hear.
what else He allows me to do.
That's what I was hoping to hear. What's one line you've written that you feel the world needs to hear right now?
All right. It was on my first album. The song is called "Find a Way," and basically that's about my journey, man, to finding my way to figuring out what makes me special. Like I believe we all are special. We all are stars. It's just going on that journey to find what makes your star shine the brightest, and that takes time.
Okay. How has your relationship with faith guided your steps in the industry?
Without it, I wouldn't be here right now. Like I'm blessed to have a song with the icon DMX, and the song is called Faith, and it's the center of my power. I left Connecticut at 17 and a half, turning 18, day after my daughter's first birthday, stepping out on faith.
Mhm.
I left not because there was a phone call of some big producer saying, come down there. There was no inspirational quotes. There was no YouTube or none of this stuff we have now. You one day will be able to be someone if you. There was none of that. Nah, it was a voice in my head and a feeling in my heart. And the will to be like, yo, you gonna go do it when everybody else like, yo, you leaving? Yo, man. Like, yo, it's a voice in my head telling me go. They're like, what? Oh. All
That
right.
is serious.
And that's truth. That's truth. That's if I'm lying, I'm flying and I'm sitting in a chair. So you know what I'm saying?
If your career were a documentary, what would the title be?
Oh, it will be a documentary. I look forward to it. Omar Wilson. What was that movie? It'll probably be called The Longest Journey to the best place. The longest journey to the best place.
And I mean, that would be very interesting. Hopefully you guys let me shoot that for you, you know?
I didn't know that's what you. Let's talk about it. I've always wanted to do the Omar Wilson story because my story is a lot of people's story. You know what I mean? Like I just need the right person to tell it. I was
Yeah, that's
actually thinking about like should I just start talking about it? Like just start talking about my story, man, because there's so many
we're gonna
facets to
talk
it. We'll be
about
here
that.
every day.
We're gonna talk
Definitely.
about that. We can make that happen. That's a small thing.
Okay.
We
Okay.
can make that happen. I got a wonderful team of writers and we do some amazing things from the beginning to the end, but we'll talk about that because right now we coming to the final wrap of things. And what we want to know is what's next for Omar Wilson? Where can we find you? What's happening? What's going on? And what do we have to look forward to?
Man. Okay. Well, just social media. Instagram's Omar Wilson one, like the number one. Facebook is just Omar Wilson. X Omar Wilson. TikTok Omar Wilson King. All one word. I feel like I'm preaching right now. They always talk like this at the end. Make sure
They
you get
pass the
every word.
collection plate.
Website
It sounds like you about to pick
owilson.com.
up the collection next.
No, bro. If you want to give, I don't mind taking. You know what
I
I'm
go
saying?
that.
Yeah, I got the website, owilson.com. You can Google my name, Omar Wilson. Amazing interviews like this one. I want to thank you. This was an inspiring, enlightening experience.
Thank
Um,
you.
Sky's not the limit for Omar Wilson, man. I'm looking at everything from acting to voiceover work, like Pixar holla at me, Disney holla at me, modeling. Shout out to Fubu and Coogee and other brands that I'll be rocking with, scoring movies, the new album coming out. Shout out to the homeboy Darnell Alexander. I have a new record out right now called I'll Give You My All that's climbing the charts. Shout out to Eddie Levert of the OJs for giving me the confirmation that my new hit single, Baby I'm Ready, which is a rendition of his son's song, is doing amazing. We'll
Yes,
be shooting a video for Baby I'm Ready real soon. And I mean, got a tour schedule for 2026, starting early March. I'm not going, we still, putting the last little finishing touches, but it's going to be explosive. And
yes.
a new album, Iconic, that we're working on right now. We'll be dropping more records on that. And just ready to do my part to inspire the world, man. Oh, and check out documentary coming, you know what I mean, with this young lady. So we're going to do the Omar Wilson doc.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Netflix, get at us. You know what I'm saying? We want a big bag. We don't
That's
want a small bag. We want a big
right.
one. And I'm just
Yes,
ready to
a
keep doing what
pleasure.
they said I couldn't do. Win big. That's it.
It has been such a pleasure. Big shout out to your label over there for bringing you guys through, you and Darnell. It has been really a pleasure talking to you and an honor as well. And, stay tuned. Everybody go follow my guy, Omar
That's
Wilson,
right.
and
That's
got
right.
some big things happening. And I'm excited about seeing the future of Omar Wilson. And thank you for joining us on Worldwide Entertainment TV.
Man, this is like a therapy session, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for your interviewing style. You're amazing. I
Thank
I I
you.
I I appreciate you so much, man. I look forward to working on some stuff with you too. And where you from? You from Brooklyn? Where you from? You from
I'm
Harlem? Where
from
you from?
Yonkers.
Oh, from Yonkers? Okay, okay, Mario in the crib. All right, I'm there with you too. You know what I'm
Yeah, I'm
saying?
from
No,
Yonkers.
word up, man.
Yeah,
Well, I
that
thought,
sounds different when you say it. It's like I'm not from New York, I'm from Yonkers. So
yeah,
it's like a whole nother.
yeah, nah, man. You got your own hood, your own good. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm rocks with Mario. That's even closer to Connecticut because I'm at North Stanford, so we like that's 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
I done made my way through Yonkers back in the day.
I'm glad you survived it. You're here to tell the story, so that must have been a good thing.
Man, what they say, if you look like what you've been through, I'm dead. I'm thankful for that.
God's blessings to you. And thank you so much, Mr. Omar Wilson. Thank you, everyone, for joining us live, Worldwide Entertainment TV. We're going to be going live more often. So make sure y'all subscribe, follow, and do all those good things. Big shout out to Omar Wilson. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the love and support. Happy Thanksgiving. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Holidays, yes.
Blessings to you.